We've got one of the counterparties, Sankara Narayanan, MD and CEO at Vijaya Bank. He joins us in the phone line right now. Mr. Narayanan, morning. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, morning.
Okay, very well, sir. So just wanted to get in your reaction now that you will be absorbing the bad debt, so to speak, of a weaker bank, that's Dena Bank. How is it that you plan to really cope up with this mega merger which is in the pipeline?
See, the government is the major shareholder in all the three banks, and the combined entity will solve the problem of lending at all. Otherwise, the infrastructure in few banks because of PCA would not have been possible at all. It will be a debt investment for the bank. Through this, the effective use for both rising liabilities as well as assets will be made possible, number one. Number two, the effective use of resources will lead to better GDP, better credit growth, better growth prospects for the combined entity. I am positive about the merger issues. I am very confident that the combined entity will have better prospects of growing much better than the other two lenders also and make a positive impact in the Indian economy.
Help us understand which are the states and regions that you are most present in, and post-merger, what are the synergies and branch presence that you see coming?
Baroda and Dena, they have basically more branches in west and north. We have more branches in south. So this will give excellent reach for the combined entity across India.
Okay. Help us understand, Mr. Narayanan, how long exactly is this merger process going to take? Because we were chatting with Mr. Singh as well from Dena Bank, and he said that he does foresee some resistance from employees and unions coming in. Do you as well foresee any such resistance from your employees at your end?
See, number one, the decision has to be made by the respective boards. And of course, the major shareholder is for it. They have suggested us to go for it. And the second one is the timeline. It may take 4 to 6 months for the complete merger to be over, which happened even in State Bank of India's case. And third thing is, yes, any change will have likes and dislikes, but definitely in the long run, it will improve the customer base, it will improve the business, it will improve the experience, exposure, skill, and gaps, if any, between three organizations can be much better utilized for the HR initiatives. I think all the banks, for example, we at top level, EDs or MDs, we move from one bank to another effortlessly. We settle down the next day. So, yes, for a few days we may be thinking about the old name or old bank, but frankly, in public sector banks, whether you sit in Bank of India, or Bank of Baroda, or Dena Bank, or Vijaya Bank, it's all the same. The asset liability, product pricing, everything just similar. Maybe you may have 2-3 different people, and it will get easily adjusted. And our jobs are transferable. So we meet new people every day, every year. So I don't think this will be a challenge as far as any bank is concerned.
Would it? But Mr. Narayanan, would you have any clarity on what role are you going to play in the merged entity? Because Mr. Singh believed that he's going to be elevated to a whole-time director. Would you have any clarity on your role in particular?
See, I have been appointed by the government as managing director, and government will take a call who will hold the which post. And we are prepared for anything in the larger interest of the combined entity.
Okay. Give me some clarity then, sir, on what the combined stressed assets would be and what could be the combined recoveries that may come about.
See, combined bank has a total business mix of around 15 lakh crores, roughly around that. Because whatever figure you are seeing is June. June to September, definitely there is very positive growth, definitely from Vijaya Bank, number one. Number two, the NPAs, it's not that alarming when compared to earlier quarters. And number three, all put together, managing for a bank of 7 lakh crores advances, managing 80,000 crores NPA is not an issue at all. It's in gross terms, it is close to 10%. So on net terms, it is somewhere around 5%. So it's very well manageable. I'm sure the efforts with additional focused attention on specific areas, we can definitely improve on the recoveries, number one, and the increase cost, of course, all combined together, it is increasing to 35% for the entire setup. So these will give us better advantage of pricing the products more effectively.
No, that obviously, is par for the course, and tackling NPAs is an eventual process. But how much capital infusion would the merged entity require from the government, sir?
The combined entity, you must have seen it having around over 12.5% CRAR. And with current context, that's fair enough for a regulatory compliances. And government also has made a comment that they will provide additional capital for growth as and when it's required. So we don't foresee any problem on capital and liquidity.
Mr. Narayanan, skeptics and a lot of market people that we've been chatting with, many from the brokerage fraternity as well, believe that what this combined mega entity does is it only pegs back the turnaround for some of the bigger banks like BOB. What would you have to say to them?
From Vijaya Bank perspective, I can say we are absolutely on track. So we will add value to the combined entity in whatever way they need our experience, exposures, or the skills.
Okay, Mr. Narayanan, great speaking with you, and I'm sure we'll speak again once there is further headway on which way the merged entity heads. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice day. Bye.
Thanks.